Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Stasia and I have recently lost 20 pounds in 2 months and I could not be more thrilled. So anyways, if you want to find out exactly what I did to lose that weight, then be sure to check out this video here, which I will have posted for you in my description box below. And as I've been able to touch on in that video, one of the ways I've been able to achieve maximum weight loss in, 2 months is really strongly due to these protein shakes I've been having. And you might be wondering why exactly these would be helpful in losing weight. Well, let me tell you, these babies are full of fiber, full of vegan protein, and they keep you full for hours as a result. No joke. So these are actually not what you would consider your typical, lightweight smoothie or lightweight shake. These ones will actually keep you full for hours, so they're more like a meal or a meal replacement. I actually don't even like to think of it as a meal replacement. I just like to think of it as a meal, and you're gonna find out a little bit later in the video why exactly that is. When you're trying to lose weight, first of all, you need to be in some type of calorie deficit. So that can be the hard part for most people because typically to be in a calorie deficit, you are hungry. But with these protein shakes, I promise you, you will not feel hungry at all, as well as feeling super healthy because most of the ingredients are natural, whole food, plant-based ingredients. My 2 favorite ways to use these smoothies are this. So first is when I'm craving something super delicious, let's say ice cream or something, just to cool me down that has a lot of flavor. Let's think peanut butter, chocolate, vanilla, something along those lines. And I obviously don't want to eat anything that's not healthy and off plan. These shakes are perfect to satisfy a sweet tooth, a chocolate craving, anything along those lines. The second way I like to use them is when I am too busy to cook or I just don't feel like cooking or maybe I still have to go to the grocery store, whatever the reason. These are made in about 2 minutes. It requires no time, no effort, no thinking about it. So I love whipping these up if I'm running out the door or like I said, I'm just not able to cook or have nothing ready to eat. So with that being said, today I'm going to show you my top 2 favorite smoothies. One of them I'm going to be showing you can actually be found in my weight loss recipe ebook, which is this one here. And the other one is one of my new faves, but there is, I believe, one other smoothie recipe, my peanut butter one, that's also in that recipe ebook. And speaking of those ebooks, if you haven't seen my other videos yet, then I'm gonna say it again here. All of my weight loss recipe ebooks are on sale right now for $5. $5, all of them. That includes my bundle package of both my ebooks. So if you're bored of your recipes, you need some more inspiration, don't worry, all of my recipes are simple ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen. Nothing complicated, I promise. And these are the exact recipes that I'm using to lose this weight. And I dropped 20 pounds in 2 months. So if you haven't grabbed a copy, be sure to check those books out. If you're interested, they will be posted in my description box below. Okay, protein shake time. You guys are gonna love this. Okay, so let me just start by saying that vanilla is my absolute favorite flavor in the world. So this protein shake right here is one of my absolute favorite. So I was just showing you there that I already had some chickpeas that I had previously cooked in my Instant Pot ready to go. So here I've just measured out a cup, but I have been asked how much beans do I use in these protein shakes. Honestly, I just try to think of it as like how many beans I would actually eat, whether that's a quarter of a cup, half a cup, 3/4 of a cup, or a cup, just depending on how hungry I am. So in this particular smoothie, I was hungry, so I was using 1 cup of chickpeas, and here I'm just throwing in about 2 frozen bananas, depending on the size of the bananas. Those were pretty small, so you could also get away with just 1 large or 1.5 large. And here I do have some dates that I normally would use, if I wanted to sweeten it up, but that's usually only when I'm using the powdered peanut butter and some vanilla extract. But unfortunately I was out of both. So instead I'm just using some of this vanilla vegan protein powder. It's a really, really clean one with only 4 ingredients. Now the irony with this is that I have been asked in the past, do you use protein powders? What's my take on it? So here's the thing, I'm actually not even using this for the protein. I'm just using this for the flavor. So I kind of look at it no different than I would look at any of my other condiments. So this is simply to add some flavors, and it is a very clean vegan protein powder, 4 ingredients, so I'm not mad at it. But again, this is simply for some flavor, and this is what actually gives it that birthday cake taste. So normally before I lost the 20 pounds, I would typically try to add some flaxseed or some walnuts, just a tiny bit. It would still be a very low fat smoothie, but now I am not using any of those because I have omitted any added fats, and that's really what's done it for me as far as losing that 20 pounds in 2 months. So here I'm just skipping any added fat and adding some vanilla unsweetened plant-based milk and then giving it a spin, and here we go. 2 minutes later, I have the most delicious vanilla birthday cake protein shake. And like I just mentioned, this is just one variation with the protein powder. You can certainly make this shake without the protein powder, which I do very, very often as well. Again, if I had some powdered peanut butter, I would have thrown some of that in there, possibly with 1 date or so. Honestly, there's so many different variations, just have fun with it. Okay, so this one is for all my chocolate lovers. So here are some black beans that I made in my Instant Pot. I actually just made them yesterday, and I wanted to show you guys how I prep my beans while I had them. So I usually have quite a large amount like that gets me through, you know, about 4 days or so before I will transfer that into the freezer. But you can make these smoothies from, you know, fresh beans like this, or you can freeze them and take them straight out of the freezer and use it that way as well. So this smoothie I'm actually making for my son. So I added 1 cup of the black beans, but you can add as much or as little beans as you want to. And next I'm just adding some frozen banana. Again, I'm using about 1.5 frozen bananas for this one, and that's totally up to you if you want to use more or less. And then next, I am actually going to be adding a date to this one. Now, I will say that dates are a little bit more calorically dense, so you want to be careful to not overdo it. But I have used dates all throughout my weight loss, and it has not seemed to hinder it in any way. It was really just those added fats. So I personally don't mind using a date or 2 here or there. It has caused me no issue. So here I'm just adding about 1.5 tablespoons or so of cocoa powder. You just want to make sure it's unsweetened, but you can use any kind that you want. And even with the cocoa powder, you can add a little more or a little less if you like. And lastly, I just threw in a few walnuts there. I do like to give my kids a lot of the plant-based fats. Plus, walnuts are just an excellent source of omega-3s and great for brain health. So I usually try to add that in their diet as often as I can. So there I just added some unsweetened plant-based milk, gave it a blend, and here we go. When I tell you that this will satisfy almost any chocolate craving you are having, I can confidently promise that. This is so good. This one is also like a cake in a glass. It is delicious. It will keep you full for hours. This is my second favorite protein shake to have. And when I tell you that you cannot taste the beans, trust me on this one. You are going to be in paradise drinking these shakes, and it'll be so hard for you to wrap your head around the fact that they are made with beans. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the book sale, and I would love if you subscribe if you are new to my channel. See you guys in the next one.